Hey everyone, it's MKBHD here, and today we're diving into something that's been making waves in the tech and finance world. We're talking about PiNetwork, a name you've probably seen popping up on your social feeds and group chats or maybe even in the news. You know I love checking out new tech, and Pi has been generating a lot of buzz lately. People are curious, some are skeptical, and others are already calling it the next big thing in crypto. So what is it all about? Why is everyone suddenly talking about PiNetwork? And what makes it different from the hundreds of other cryptocurrencies out there? Launched back in 2019 by a group of Stanford graduates, PiNetwork set out with a bold mission to shake things up in the crypto space and make digital currency more accessible than ever before. Their goal? To make cryptocurrency accessible to everyone, not just the tech-savvy or those with deep pockets. They wanted to break down the barriers that have kept so many people out of the crypto world. Now, we've heard that before, right? Lots of projects claim to be for the people, but few actually deliver on that promise. But PiNetwork has a unique approach: mobile mining. Instead of needing expensive computers or specialized hardware, you can mine Pi coins right from your smartphone. That's right, you can mine Pi directly on your phone, no fancy and power-hungry hardware required. All it takes is a few taps a day, and you're part of the network. This instantly sets it apart from the energy-intensive mining processes of Bitcoin and many other cryptocurrencies. No more worrying about huge electricity bills or complex setups. The idea is to create a level playing field where anyone, regardless of their technical expertise or resources, can participate in the crypto revolution. Whether you're a student, a retiree, or just someone curious about digital currency, PiNetwork wants you in. It's an ambitious goal, but is it achievable? Can a mobile-first approach really bring crypto to the masses, or is it just another passing trend? We'll dive deeper into that later on, exploring how PiNetwork works, what sets it apart, and whether it lives up to the hype. For now, let's just say PiNetwork is all about ease of use, inclusivity, and the dream of widespread adoption. It's a fresh take on crypto, and it's definitely worth a closer look. Okay, so how does this whole mobile mining thing actually work? What makes PiNetwork so different from the traditional image of crypto mining with its noisy warehouses and racks of expensive hardware? It's actually simpler than you might think. PiNetwork has taken the complex world of cryptocurrency and boiled it down to something almost anyone can do right from their pocket. All you need to do is download the PiNetwork app, verify your identity, and just hit the mining button once a day. That's it. There's no need to keep your phone running all the time or worry about technical know-how. The process is designed to be as user-friendly as possible. So even if you're new to crypto, you can get started in minutes. No need to solve complex equations or have your phone run at max capacity 24/7. Unlike traditional mining, which can be stressful and energy draining, Pi's approach is refreshingly low-key. PiNetwork uses a different consensus mechanism than Bitcoin, called the Stellar Consensus Protocol. This is a big deal because it means you don't need powerful computers or tons of electricity to participate. Without getting too technical, this method is designed to be more energy efficient and scalable for a global user base. It allows millions of people from all over the world to join in, without worrying about their electricity bills or environmental impact. Basically, it allows for mining on everyday devices without draining your battery or requiring specialized equipment. You can mine Pi while going about your daily routine, at work, at home, or even while traveling. This approach has its pros and cons, of course. On one hand, it's incredibly convenient and opens up crypto mining to a much wider audience than ever before. On the plus side, it makes Pi incredibly accessible. People from all walks of life, regardless of technical skill or financial resources, can participate and potentially benefit from this new digital currency. Anyone with a smartphone can potentially earn Pi, which is a huge departure from the barriers to entry in traditional crypto mining. It's a bold move that could reshape who gets to be part of the crypto revolution. However, some critics argue that this ease of mining might lead to inflation and question the long-term value of Pi. As more people join in mine, the real challenge will be proving that Pi can hold its value and deliver on its ambitious promises. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, Bitcoin. It's the OG cryptocurrency, the one that started it all. So, how does PiNetwork compare? Well, they have very different philosophies. Bitcoin is all about decentralization and security, even if it means sacrificing some speed and user-friendliness. Pi, on the other hand, prioritizes accessibility and ease of use. They're aiming to create a cryptocurrency that can be used for everyday transactions, kind of like a digital cash. Think buying a cup of coffee or paying for groceries with Pi. Now, in terms of technology, PiNetwork is still in its early stages. It's built on a closed Mainnet, which means Pi can't be traded on external exchanges yet. Bitcoin, obviously, has been around for much longer and has a massive, well-established network. As of today, April 30th, 2025, the Pi network remains at a pivotal stage in its journey. Many people are checking their phones daily, wondering when the next big announcement will come, and whether Pi will finally make its long-awaited leap into the open market. Pi network is still in its enclosed mainnet phase, which means the project is operating in a kind of closed environment, separate from the wider world of cryptocurrency trading. This means that while millions of users are mining Pi every day, tapping their phones and building up balances, the coins they're earning can't yet be freely exchanged or spent outside the Pi ecosystem. It's not yet listed on any major cryptocurrency exchanges, so you won't find Pi alongside Bitcoin, Ethereum, or other well-known coins, and for now, you can't trade it for other currencies, whether that's dollars, euros, or even other cryptocurrencies. The value of Pi is still largely theoretical, based on what the community believes it could be worth in the future. Think of it like a beta version of a game. You get to experience the features, test out the mechanics, and even get a head start on building your profile. You can play and level up, earning rewards and achievements within the app, and connecting with other early adopters who are just as curious and hopeful as you are. But your progress isn't officially recognized outside the game yet. Until Pi opens up to the broader crypto world, your coins and achievements remain locked within the Pi network's digital walls. One of the biggest hurdles Pi network faces is KYC, or Know Your Customer verification. This is a crucial step for any financial platform that wants to operate legally and securely. KYC is a standard process in the financial world to prevent fraud, money laundering, and other illegal activities. It requires users to prove their identity, often by submitting documents and personal information, but it's proving to be a bottleneck for Pi. Many users are stuck waiting for their verification to be processed, and the backlog continues to grow as more people join. With millions of users signing up from all over the world, the scale of the task is enormous. Each person must be verified individually, which takes time and resources. Verifying everyone's identity is a massive undertaking. The process is slow, but it's necessary to ensure the network's integrity and security. Despite these challenges, PiNetwork has managed to amass a sizable and dedicated community. Online forums and social media are buzzing with discussions, tips, and speculation about what the future might hold. Over 47 million users have downloaded the app, making it one of the largest crypto communities in the world even before its official launch, and they're actively participating in the network's development, testing new features, and helping to shape the direction of the project through feedback and engagement. Whether this translates into real-world success, however, remains to be seen. The next few months will be critical for PiNetwork as it works to overcome its challenges and prove its value to the world. So, PiNetwork isn't just about mining coins, it's really about building an entire ecosystem. They've actually introduced different user roles to encourage participation and security. You've got pioneers, contributors, ambassadors, and node operators, and, each group has its own set of responsibilities and rewards. One of the unique features is the concept of trust circles. This is where you connect with people you know in real life to vouch for each other's identities. It's a pretty clever way to build trust and security within the network. PiNetwork is also actively fostering the development of apps and services that run on its platform. They've organized hackathons, and now we're starting to see marketplaces, games, and even financial services pop up. The goal here is to create a thriving ecosystem where Pi is used for more than just speculation. Okay, let's talk about the million-dollar question. How much is Pi worth? Well, here's the thing. Officially, it has no value yet. Since it's not trading on any exchanges, there's no market price. However, that hasn't stopped people from speculating. You'll find all sorts of price predictions online, ranging from a few cents to hundreds of dollars. Some analysts are incredibly bullish on Pi, while others are more cautious. The truth is, until PiNetwork launches on the open market and people can freely buy and sell it, its true value remains a mystery. It's important to remember that the value of any cryptocurrency is driven by supply and demand, as well as factors like market sentiment and real-world adoption. Until PiNetwork addresses these factors, any price prediction is purely speculative. Now, it wouldn't be fair to talk about PiNetwork without acknowledging the challenges it faces. One of the biggest criticisms is the lack of transparency. The enclosed Mainnet and the delay in launching the open network have raised some eyebrows in the crypto community. Another challenge is proving its real-world utility. Right now, you can't really use Pi to buy anything outside of a few niche marketplaces. For Pi to succeed, it needs to demonstrate that it can be used for everyday transactions just like they envision. And of course, there's the competition. The crypto space is incredibly crowded, with established players like Bitcoin and Ethereum, as well as countless altcoins vying for attention. PiNetwork needs to offer something truly unique and compelling to stand out from the crowd. So, what's next for PiNetwork? Well, the big milestone everyone is waiting for is the launch of the open Mainnet. This will allow Pi to be listed on exchanges, enabling trading and potentially giving it a real-world value. However, there's no official date for this yet. PiNetwork is also focusing on expanding its node network, which is essential for security and decentralization. They're also working on cross-chain interoperability, which would allow Pi to interact with other blockchains. This is a huge step towards mainstream adoption. Another key part of their plan is to partner with businesses and organizations to accept Pi as payment. We've already seen some small-scale partnerships, but they'll need to secure deals with major players to really gain traction. So, the big question is, can PiNetwork really become the future of crypto transactions? Honestly, it's too early to say. There's a lot of potential here, but also a lot of uncertainty. The mobile mining approach is innovative and could make crypto accessible to millions. But it also raises questions about value and security. PiNetwork has a long way to go before it can compete with the likes of Bitcoin or Ethereum. They need to launch the open Mainnet, prove their technology, secure major partnerships, and ultimately convince people that Pi has real-world value. For now, I'm cautiously optimistic. I love the idea of making crypto more inclusive and accessible. But it's important to be realistic and understand the challenges ahead. PiNetwork could be a game changer, or it could fade away like many other hyped-up crypto projects. Only time will tell.